Hello! Welcome to Darren in the studio. Thanks for swinging by and tuning into another video. I know it's not been that long since I did my last video, but I've been really excited about something that I've been watching on YouTube, a KISS thread, which is always very cool. And these threads, which I'd like to jump on some of these threads, they tend to take you away from your comfort zone and make you search your collection a little bit more than you might have done. And this thread, I'm going to put the old glasses on, this thread is by originally by a guy called Dylan at a YouTube channel called The Record Spinner. And it's a KISS thread. It's 10 questions regarding KISS and your KISS collection. It's a vinyl thread. Okay, let's get this small little disclaimer out of the way. It's a vinyl thread, but with mine, I've had to sort of include some CDs, so I apologise at first hand, but the majority are vinyl. But I first saw this thread on CVC, Christian's CVC vinyl channel, so also check out his channel as well, which is great. Right, so I've got my questions, and let's start at question number 1. The first step of the cure is a kiss. The first KISS album you ever owned. Okay, this is tricky. The first KISS album I ever bought, I bought secondhand. A friend of mine at school, his brother was selling some of his records, and he had a few KISS albums in there, and I went back a couple of nights later and bought a couple of more KISS albums off him. But the very first KISS album I ever bought, like I said, was secondhand, and it was this Paul Stanley's solo album, 1978. This is an original USA press, but it's a shame I can't get this out of the frame for you, because on the run out of the dead wax, I don't know if you'll see it on here, you can actually see it a little bit, I don't know if you'll see that or not, but on the dead wax there is a Union Jack symbol. Can you see that? A Union Jack symbol indicating that this was pressed in the States specifically to be imported into the United Kingdom. I have all my solo albums framed up. Maybe I'll show you them some other time. But this is the first KISS album I ever bought. And I bought it would be the early 80s, 1980, 81, something like that. Paul Stanley's solo album. I went back the next day and bought his Peter Criss album off him, which I've still got, and his Music from the Elder, which had only just been released, but he was selling that as well because he didn't like it. So there you go, my first ever KISS album, Paul Stanley's 1978 solo album. Next question, please. Germany was really neat. Shows a KISS album with a German logo. This is very exciting, isn't it? How about this? I tell you what, should we call the firehouse first? I think we should. There you go. That's better. It is a KISS thread after all. That doesn't look very cool. Does that look cool? No, it doesn't look cool. We'll put it here. We'll put it here just by the KISS van. I don't know if you'll see that or not. No, you won't. Let's put it on the guitar. There you go. Yeah, Germany was really neat. Something with a KISS, the German KISS logo, which I don't mind. A lot of KISS fans hate it, but I don't mind it at all. I've chosen this. This is KISS's MTV Unplugged album. This particular release was issued in 2014. I know the KISS Unplugged was before that, but on vinyl it came out in 2014. This is really cool because all the little parts of the KISS original logo you can see there on the drum kit. They've manipulated it to look like the German version. This is a double album, 2 record set. Comes with a nice big booklet. It's not a gatefold though, it's only a single sleeve. And what I always do with German stuff like this, where there's multiple pictures of Kiss, I always look for the Kiss logo and see if they've missed anything. You can see there on someone's jacket that they've manipulated it to look like the Kiss German logo. This is actually a poster. It's not a booklet, it's a big sort of poster that comes with this album. But I'm sure somewhere on here there is a Kiss. There you go, there it is. I spotted it. And it was right at the bottom of the original page. Just there, look, they've missed that there. I don't suppose it's showing both S's, so maybe they decided that would be cool and that would be okay. But yeah, Kiss, the MTV Unplugged, of course, that was the album, the series, the show, which pretty much brought the original members back together. German logo. I've got a few albums with German logos on them, to be fair. Question 3, you wanted the best, you got the best. Shows a compilation album. Well, my favourite compilation album of Kisses is their first compilation album, and of course that will be Double Platinum, which is a nightmare to show because it just reflects all the light. This is an original 1978 pressing. I can't get it out of the sleeve anymore because the sleeve has welded itself to the thing. There you go. Sadly, I don't have the certificate anymore. That went on my wall when I was a kid, and I don't have it anymore. Sorry about that. But these are original with the platinum labels. I also have a repressing of this album, which is quite rare. This is Double Platinum, the reissue. This reissue came out in 1982. This is not silver foil, this is just printed silver. It's exactly the same track listing, but it has a different, some different artwork that is the sort of like Dynasty, Unmasked era. And yes, we say Dynasty here in the UK. So there you go, there's the compilation album, Double Platinum, 1978. Question number 4, you gotta get all you can take. Shows a bootleg album. Now then, I'm not a bootleg guy. I don't really do bootlegs as such. There's so many Kiss bootlegs as well. So I don't usually go for bootlegs. I do have some, but not a lot. But I feel that I have the ultimate Kiss bootleg. And it's Kiss's most famous bootleg, and it's this. It's Kiss Takes Tokyo. This is a very, if not an original, this is a very early copy. With the bootlegs back in the day, they just sort of sellotaped or glued on the sleeve from a photocopy, you see. It's a double album. Kiss Takes Tokyo was recorded during the Destroyer tour. Sides 1, 2, 3 are from the Destroyer tour. Side 4, Destroyer tour in Tokyo. And side 4 was recorded at the LA Forum during the Love Gun tour for the Alive 2 sessions. I believe this is a very early pressing, if not an original press. This is on the Rhythm Rhymes Limited label. Even the dog likes it. And it says on it, an original first pressing made in Germany. Now, whether that is true or not, I don't know. It sounds great. It's a good little version. And that is my bootleg. Kiss Takes Tokyo. Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, Kiss Takes Tokyo is pretty much the ultimate bootleg. You can buy it in a newer form, sort of picture discs and stuff like that, but this is in its original form. Kiss Takes Tokyo. Okay. She's got the magic touch. I can't do this one. Question 5 is, she's got the magic touch. Show us a Kiss Online exclusive pressing. I can't do that, unfortunately. That was the noise of the door, the dog walking in. What do you want? He thinks Kiss are cool too. I can't do a Kiss Online first original pressing, or something that comes from Kiss Online officially. Here in the UK, it's don't get me wrong, it's still available here in the UK. Obviously, Kiss stuff, obviously via the Kiss Online website. And I know the Creatures of the Night box set was available, the recent reissue, which I have on CD, but obviously it's not a Kiss Online exclusive, so I can't do that. However, being here in the UK, I can show you something which was exclusive to the UK, which is quite sought after overseas, and it's a CD, and it's this one. This is called Kiss Greatest Hits. This was released just before they did their UK tour with the reunion tour. This came out around the time that Finsbury Park was the gig at Finsbury Park, which was the last, I think it was the last show of that reunion tour. It's on the Polygram label. It's got an interesting catalogue number. It's basically a television sort of, I think it was advertised on TV and everything, this. Kiss Greatest Hits. I think, as far as I'm aware, this was only made available in the UK. Sorry, I can't do the Kiss Online question. Sorry about that. Okay, next question would be question number 6. You like my 7-inch leather heels. Show us a 7-inch single. I've chosen this one. This is an original UK I Was Made for Loving You 7-inch single with a nice little Casablanca die cut sleeve. I say English, although if it's UK, it shouldn't have the big hole in the middle. That's usually American, isn't it? No, I'm lying. This is an American I Was Made for Loving You. Because here in the UK, we're normal and we don't push these out. We keep them intact. We have small holes in America. In England, rather. You guys have big holes. So, that's my 7-inch single, I Was Made for Loving You. Question number 7. You're such a jewel in the rough. Most valuable Kiss album. Now then, Kiss Takes Tokyo is pretty rare and pretty valuable. That's probably worth, I don't know, £100 or so. Now in the UK, Kiss's first album only ever came with Kissing Time, and original American pressings are hard to come by without Kissing Time, but I managed to get one, and to own one of these in the UK is pretty rare. This is an American original 1974 Kiss without Kissing Time. I bought this from a guy in Ohio, I think, online. Kiss's first and only album to be distributed by Warner Brothers, which it says down there at the bottom. This is, like I say, this is an original pressing. The only thing which isn't original is the inner sleeve, which I changed out, but it does have the beautiful blue original Casablanca records, and if you see there, side 2, track 1 is Deuce and not Kissing Time. Okay, so I would put that as my most valuable Kiss album that I own, and it's certainly my most treasured possession. Okay, next question. Question number 8. You got I gotta get away, don't wanna stay, leaving tomorrow, find some rest. Solo album that's not one of the 1978 solo albums. I've chosen this one, Peter Criss, Let Me Rock You. This is an original 1982 pressing of Peter's second solo album outside of Kiss. I really like this album. I think it's great. I always thought the back cover would have been a better front cover. There's a song on here called Feel Like Heaven, written by Gene Simmons. He also does a cover of John Lennon's Jealous Guy. Move On Over is a great song. Some Kind of Hurricane. Bad Boys. This is a great album, really is. This is a Holland pressing on the nice tanned Casablanca label. Peter Criss, Let Me Rock You. I have all of Peter's solo albums, and I think he's a massively underrated singer, Peter Criss. Question number 9. Just call me a 3-time loser. Multiple copies. Do you have any multiple copies? Here I'm going to have to go with some CDs as well. Sorry. I don't buy multiple copies of Kiss albums. Or I didn't back in the day. If I see something and it's in a reasonable price and it's an original, I'll buy it. So I've gone with Love Gun. I've got a few copies of Love Gun. This is an original 1977 USA Love Gun. This includes the original inner sleeve. It also includes let's have a look. The stuff you can buy. Would you like to buy some Kiss stuff? Kiss selling stuff? Can you believe it? But it doesn't have, I understand that there was a paper gun in here, possibly, back in the day. But it's on the original vinyl with the Love Gun characters. Nice 1977 original pressing of Love Gun. Also, I've got my 1984 UK pressing, repress. This is on the Priceless label. A lot of American fans like these because they have different inners. Just nice variants, really. And also, it's got a different catalogue number. The catalogue number of this is Price 69. So that's a 1984 UK repress on the Priceless label of Love Gun. I've also got the CD remasters, which were what, the 90s, I think these came out. And I've also got the deluxe Love Gun double CD, which I don't think this came out on vinyl. I expect this will probably come out on vinyl at some point, with the extra CDs with demos and some live stuff and things like that. Nice little double package. So that's my multiple copies Love Gun. Last question, question number 10. Drew up my blood and signed it. Something that is signed. I can't really do this because I don't have anything on vinyl which is signed. Apart from a CD. I know a CD isn't a vinyl, but there you are. This is Revenge. This is an original UK 1992 copy. I've had to buy this again because basically the CD has started to deteriorate. Can you see how the CD is starting to, round the edges, started to go? But this is my original one. Bought this when it first came out. And I took this to the Kiss Expo 3, which happened in the UK at the Rescue Rooms, Nottingham, on Saturday 19th of November 2005. It was £15 to get in. Rescue Rooms, Nottingham. New World Entertainment presents Kiss Expo, and at the Kiss Expo I met Eric Singer, who was actually there on tour with Alice Cooper. He was part of the Alice Cooper band at that time, and he very kindly signed my CD booklet. So that's it. That's my Kiss thread, as originated by Dylan of The Record Spinner. Do get yourself over to his page, and also a big thanks to Christian at CBC Vinyl for introducing me to this particular thread. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Thanks for stopping by. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, leave your views and comments here at the bottom because I love reading them. Thanks for swinging by, and we'll see you again for another video soon. Ta-da.